you and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Let us start the session with the headlines. We'll start with the snippets. Here we have a small news item. CBI gets custody of former principal. There are two words you have to focus on. One, former. Former principal. It means once he was a principal. That is easy to understand. I'm sure you all know. Not that important is latter. These two talk about position. Former in position, latter in position. Here you have to focus on double T. They talk about position. Based on these two and one more word, here we have later. This talks about time. Latter talks about position, later talks about time. Former means first in position, latter second in position. And there's one important rule besides this basic information. There's one important rule you have to recollect. What is it? When we talk about two things, when we compare two things, we have to separate the former from the latter. A common error, a lot of people say, the lion is stronger than any animal. That is wrong. Here, the lion is a former, any animal is a latter. We have to separate these two. So, what is the correct sentence? The lion is stronger than any other animal. When you say any other animal, you are separating the former from the latter. That is one thing you have to recollect. And the former principal, here I'm sure you all know this one, and the second one as well. What is the other word you have to think of? Principle. Some people have values, ethics. We say he's a man of principles. He's a man of values. He's a man of ethics. And someone has a lot of values or principles, then we say there's one idiom, man of integrity. Again, if you take the word integrity, in a way, English is a little complicated. Generally, we talk about, if you take politicians, they say national integrity. There it means unity. But here, man of integrity means a man of, I can also say simple, man of principles or values, or an honest man. Not honest, not an honest man. For that, another idiom is there. What is that? Above board. We say someone is honest. We say he is above board. He is a man of integrity. See, here what happens, the depth is very important. When you read the headline, what is the headline here? Simple snippet, simple headline. CBI gets custody of former principal. Based on these two words, I could do so much value addition, and you should understand there's so much to learn. What you see is something like, to use another idiom, tip of an iceberg. What is the meaning of tip of an iceberg? What you see is a little, but there's so much to learn. Any language is like that. Now let us go to the second one. What is the second one here? Yemeni missile lands in Israel, triggers sirens at airport. We have another word, siren. Siren, I don't know how many of you know, it has many meanings. Let me show you. The very first one, whenever you come across elephant in the room, why that one here, Anusha? Elephant in the room means a topic or an issue, very important, but no one wants to discuss that. Everyone is afraid to discuss or scared of discussing. Coming to the word siren, look at the different meanings we have. One is a simple one like it goes with, we all know. What does it go with? Ambulance. Whenever an ambulance goes past you, and there's one particular verb, what is it? An ambulance wails. Wail, siren. These two you have to remember. Word combination. And the word siren goes with the verb. Siren is a noun and it goes with the verb wail. Ambulance wailed the siren. That is how you have to use a word. But wail also has another meaning. Wail also means to make or to cry loudly or to make loud noise, top of the voice. Very good. Crying, Anusha. To cry loudly, we say wail. When it comes to crying, we have words like sob, weep, cry. All these words you have to know. Someone is sobbing, someone is crying, someone is weeping. And wail is a formal word. Coming to the word siren, siren also goes with a woman. A woman who is very beautiful, at the same time rather dangerous. We use the word siren. She is a siren. Have you heard of this any time? She is a siren means what? Very beautiful and also dangerous. So this meaning also you guys have to know. This is again, in English we have many words, that is one problem. And every word has multiple meanings. And now, exam point of view, you have to know all these things because we have a separate topic called word usage. Based on multiple functions, multiple meanings of the words, I have made it an exam topic, and you have to know, you have to be good at that. Let us go back to, based on one word, we have got all these sirens. 10 killed as three-story house collapses in UP. We have another word, a simple word, but you got to be careful in the exam. What is that word? STORY, story. Long, long ago, once upon a time, stories. But here, what is the spelling? STOREY, story. That goes with a building, multi-storied building. Here the spelling is entirely different. And also when you think of multi-storied building, you have to think of the word skyscraper. What is the meaning of skyscraper? Skyscraper means what? I have given many a time. A very tall building. You can also say tear down, pull down, demolish. When you think of a building, when you demolish or destroy, we use words like demolish, pull down, tear down. Important phrasal verbs. Skyscraper means a very tall building, say about 50 stories, 60 stories, multi-storied buildings. We use the word skyscraper. And in the entire world, there is a particular floor. Story means a floor. When you say multi-storied building, it has many floors. Already someone has mentioned that meaning. I guess Anusha. Floor. How many floors? 10 floors. For that we say 10-storied building. That's what exactly it means, Naveen. Coming to, in the entire world, a particular city has many skyscrapers, and that is known as, which city has a name, city of skyscrapers? New York City. New York City is known as city of skyscrapers. And also, it has another meaning. The second one has been given in different competitive exams. New York City is also known as Big Apple. What is it known as? Big Apple. Big Apple means New York, city of skyscrapers, New York. But if you come to the Eastern world, there is one particular city that is known as New York of the East. Which city is that? It is Bombay. Mumbai is known as New York of the East because in Mumbai there is a particular area called Nariman Point or Navi Mumbai. Nariman Point is known for multi-story buildings. So it is known as New York of the East. See, one word I could do so much value addition based on house collapses. That is accidental. Someone does it with a bulldozer, raise a building. We use words like demolish, pull down, tear down. Realizing the rural urban continuum. This is an important word you have to know. What is it? What does it mean? It means Imagine they are different things. They are not distinct. And a difference between the two things or three things, very gradual and subtle. The differences are gradual, not distinct. Then we say there is a continuum. Imagine different parts like this. There's one part here, another part here, another part here, another part here. And the difference is not distinct, it is subtle. Then we say the continuum of something. And when it comes to urban, rural, you have to think of words like, you all know those words, but exam point of view, you have to be a smart learner and you have to recollect. Urban, opposite of rural. What is the meaning of urbane? Urbane means stylish and stylish, polished, sophisticated, civilized. All these words you have to think of. Urbane. When it comes to rural, generally we say countryside. And people who live over there, Kejriwal to quit as Delhi CM seeks early polls. We have got these words many a time. What is the first one over here? Quit. Quit means what? Stop trying for something. We also use a phrasal verb, give up. And give up means quit, stop trying for something. And whenever I come across the word quit, I give the example, the quote, winners never quit, quitters never win. And when you come across the word seeks, seek means what? Seek, sought, means to search or look for something. And you're all looking for a job. You guys are known as job seekers. Now it is okay, I suppose. Job seekers. Coming to simple, there's also nothing to learn, but there's one important word here. What is it? SpaceX private astronauts return safely. Are you guys there? SpaceX astronauts return safely. Private astronauts return safely. There's one word you have to know. Now, astronaut, it's already there. And the other word you have to know, cosmonaut. What is the difference between astronaut and cosmonaut? Astronaut goes with, both mean the same, someone who goes into the space. But astronaut is American English. Remember, astronaut, the first letter A. American English, first letter A. Astronaut, American English. And cosmonaut, that is a Russian term. Initially, in the past, Russians and Americans, they had some sort of competition, healthy one, of course. They tried to enter the space. They wanted to send a man to moon, and that time these two words were in the limelight. One as astronaut, the other cosmonaut. But now slowly the word cosmonaut is no longer in the limelight. People use the word astronaut. One of the reasons Russians, former USSR, it was into the space exploration. Now Russia is not hasn't done quite much in of late. Because of that, perhaps the word cosmonaut hasn't been in the limelight. On the other hand, today we all use, across the world, people use the word astronaut. That difference you have to know. Coming to the main headline here after bomb explodes at minister's house in Manipur. No casualties reported. Whenever there is an accident, whenever there is an explosion or a mishap or a disaster, we use words like casualties, means deaths, an important one. Day of Democracy, here, simple Day of Democracy, celebration of that. Coming to CIC asks Railway to disclose list of staff with disabilities. There's one word here, disclose. We have got breakout, it goes with war, clash, diseases, volcanic eruption, all these. Coming to this one, what is it? Disclose. Disclose means what? Pavan, very good. Reveal. Reveal, disclose, divulge, unveil, they all mean the same. You have to recollect all those words. What are the words we have based on disclose? I would like to give a few words. First one is based on the headline disclose. And what does it mean to make public? Based on that, what are the synonyms? Divulge, reveal, and unveil. All these words you have to know. Our guys, our students have already come up with all those words. Have a look at the comment box. Here we have disclose, divulge, reveal, unveil. But the word reveal has spill the beans, that is the idiomatic expression. Good, Anusha. Let the cat out of the bag. You can use those also. But here, those two go with secrets. Secret information you reveal, then you can use those. But simply not something secret, but revealing or making public something. These are neutral words. We use words like, please excuse me. నా షర్ట్ తగిలేదేదో చేంజ్ అయిందమ్మా ఒకసారి చూడు. Disclose, we got these, but actually there's one more word here. Which one is that? Reveal. Reveal has another meaning. It goes with a different context. Reveal means what? The meaning, literal meaning, yes, to make public. But sometimes what happens, some people, especially women, they wear transparent dress, imagine, or in movies, heroines, we say revealing dress. What is the expression then? Revealing dress or outfit. Here, revealing means exposing, exposing. The meaning changes. Here it has a negative connotation. Revealing means what? Exposing. In English, we have different words, different meanings. And other words already I have told many a time. We got this staff, our students know for sure. I don't have to repeat. Maharashtra polls likely in second week of November, Shinde. Coming to the next one, Nipah death confirmed in Malappuram. 150 contacts asked to isolate themselves. Isolate, we have got many a time. So, what is the meaning of the word isolate? Isolate means to become alone or to become aloof, and also it goes with, I have given the word isolate, separate, alone, aloof, Aloof, that's one word you have to remember. And next one, coming to tribal people, they are not part of the mainstream culture. Then we say they are isolated. That isolation, we use another word. What is the other word there? We use a word alienation. Alienation also means the same, ALIE. Alienation means what? Separation or isolation or being aloof. But there's one idiom or expression you have to know. Some people, they are talkative, they are dynamic, they are outgoing, they are social. But some people, they are reserved. They don't talk to others and they keep to themselves. We use one expression. He always, he or she, that doesn't matter, keeps to, keeps to himself. Have you heard of this any time? He always keeps to himself. She always keeps to herself. Non-entity has a different meaning. Imagine there is a group and one particular person doesn't speak and does not contribute, and he is there in the group but no one gives importance to that person, or he himself may not contribute something. Then we call that person a non-entity in the group. Means a person of no significance. Man of straw, you can say. So this is an important one. Going back to here, 6 pilgrims are killed as truck hits van in Rajasthan's Bundi or Bundi. We are not sure about that. But we have already got the word pilgrims, pilgrimage. A person who visits a holy place or a sacred place or a temple, any religious place, we use the word pilgrim. And some people, they visit a lot of holy places, single trip. That trip is called pilgrimage. Coming to this one, Anil Vij stakes claim. Stake claim means to say I have the power. Stakes claim to CM post if BJP is voted to power in Haryana polls. Rashid jail-bagged candidate join hands for Jammu and Kashmir poll. Simple words. Bitu calls Rahul Gandhi a terrorist. Congress hits back. Hit back means retaliate in this context. Farmers oppose union government's wrong policies. HP ministers slam Modi over remarks on state's economy. Slam means to attack, to criticize severely. We have got that word many a time. I have given also. And Kanda pledges support to BJP, puts INLD-led alliance in spot. Put someone in spot means to put someone in an embarrassing situation. Yes, slam means criticize, censure, castigate, chide, scold, admonish. Good. I appreciate that. Never aspired to be the CM, says Uddhav Thackeray. Aspired. It goes with you people. You're all aspirants. Aspiration means what? Desire to achieve something. Aspirant, a person who's trying for something. You're trying for a bank job, you're an aspirant. You're trying for civils, you're an aspirant. SSC, you're an aspirant. I'm sure you all know that word. You have to know. Mirzapur administration relents, cancels a contract for cremation ground. Here we have one word, cremation ground. Based on that, I can do value addition. Let us take the word cremation. When we use the word cremation, you have to think of words like graveyard. But the word grave has 2 or 3 meanings. One meaning, grave situation, means what? A serious situation. Grave problem, a serious problem. And you have to think of, that's right, burial ground. And you have to think of the word cemetery, Christians. And when it comes to Christianity, they keep the body in a wooden box. Do you know the word for that? Cemetery goes with Christians. Do you know the wooden box in which the body is kept? That is known as coffin. Very good. And burning, whatever activities, rituals, you have to know the rituals. And funeral. Funeral rites also we say, rites. Funeral rites or funeral rituals. Based on the word cremation, two killed in separate wall collapses in Odisha. Whenever you see certain words, because in the exam you have spellings, you have other things, look at some words are very important. What is that word? They've given more than 10 times. You may wonder why. 20 times. Because a common error, people write the word separate as SEPE. But look at the spelling. It is SEPARATE. That you have to remember for sure. Tamil Nadu government rescues 30 pilgrims stranded in landslip hit Uttarakhand. That two words, stranded. What does it mean, stranded? This word was used at the time of COVID 19. COVID 19, that time the government center declared lockdown. That time, what happened? Many people got stranded. Stranded means you're stuck in a place and you cannot move from that place because there is no source of transportation. When you're stuck, no source of transportation for movement, then you have to use a word. I got stranded. And lockdown, that time they used this. We got this word many a time, landslip. We have just got the word pilgrims. Maharashtra government panel to solve Dangar Kota issue, says minister. Says minister, reporting verb is in present. You have to recollect the rules that go with indirect speech. AP suspends 3 IPS officers in actor harassment case. Harass someone means what? Trouble someone by pestering or forcing or questioning repeatedly, when usually there's one combination, though not a good combination. What is that combination? Police harassment. Have you heard of that? Harassment by official harassment. One more combination. Keep on torturing. Then another word here, harass, actor. This you got to, actually it goes with actress. Then you should wonder, how come a woman or a lady or a female actress we have to say, female we have to say actress. But nowadays, modern English or current English, man or woman, male or female, they use the word actor. But standard British English, actor, what is a feminine gender? Actress. So don't get confused. This goes with modern or current English. Gehlot seeks details of sanction given for officials' prosecution. Sanction means something like punishment, restriction as a punishment. You impose restrictions on someone or some country, that is in the form, it is like punishment. We use the word sanctions against a particular country, sanctions against a particular organization. Means they cannot do certain things. In a way, limits you can say. And here we have another word, prosecution. Prosecutor, public prosecutor, prosecution, it's a legal term, you all know. But there's another important word you guys have to know. What is that? It is when it comes to, I would like to give a few words based on that. One is persecute. These two come under confusing words. One is prosecute, which is a legal term. The other one, tell me what is the meaning of persecute. Prosecute is a legal term. Here I have written persecute. This is C, persecute. And this is. Persecute means to show bias or prejudice towards someone, to ill-treat someone, to show, to be biased or prejudiced towards someone. Usually this goes with, imagine some people have migrated from one country to another country, and in the other country, the locals of that country, they try to show prejudice or bias towards these people. Then we use the word persecution. Persecution of someone. Persecute, verb form. Persecution, noun form. And that is, nepotism has a different meaning. Nepotism means favoring your friends and your relatives when it comes to giving jobs. Imagine you have power to give a job, and misusing that power, you give the jobs to your friends or relatives. Then we use the word nepotism. Nepotism, I appreciate you, but does not go with this context. Here we have to use words like persecute, prejudice, bias, and also the word someone has mentioned, discriminate. And we are talking about a large number of people moving out of the country, going to another country, settling over there, and those people facing all discrimination, then we use the word persecute. And when large number of people go from one country to another country, this has been given a few times. What is the word for that? Exodus. Exodus means what? Mass migration of people. The country that provides shelter is known as, we use a term, political asylum. Asylum means shelter, one meaning. Another meaning of asylum, a place where lunatics are kept, mad people are kept. For that we use a word, mental hospital. Here, dance master booked for sexually abusing a colleague. It is not colleague, colleague. How do you pronounce it? Colleague, not colleague. But a lot of people say colleague, he's my colleague. No, colleague. And abuse. Abuse has three different meanings. This is something very important you have to know. Because in English, we have, why do I reiterate? Why do I stress? Now we have an exam topic. What is the exam topic? Word usage. Based on the multiple meanings of words, I have been asking questions, and that itself has become an exam topic. Abuse has three different meanings. One meaning, misuse. Power, someone misuses. We say abuse of power. One meaning, misuse. Another meaning, abuse means to shout at someone using foul language or bad language or filthy language. He abused me. Means someone shouted at me using foul language. Second meaning. Third meaning, abuse means ill treat. Imagine there's a stepmother. The stepmother does not treat the child properly, ill treats. Then we say abused child, means ill-treated child. All the three meanings you have to know, very important. Coming to the next news headline, Tamil Nadu leaders recall contributions of ex-CM Annadurai. I will stop after these. Keralites shrug off Wayanad gloom, join hands to celebrate Onam with food, fun and frolic. Look at this headline, there's so much to learn. First one, shrug off. Imagine someone asks you, are you interested in English? For God's sake, don't say no, because at least till you get the job. And some people don't take it seriously. Then what do we say? Ignore, shrug off. Exactly. I appreciate Pawan and who is this? Neelima, shrug off or ignore. Same. Shrug off is better, effective English. One thing you have to know, shrug off. Wayanad gloom means what? You all know what exactly happened. Wayanad landslips, hundreds of people died and there was gloom all over. Gloom means what? Sadness, depression, something melancholy and blues. They were in the blues means what? They were sad, grief-stricken. All these words you have to know. They ignored the gloom, joined hands to celebrate Onam with food, fun and frolic. Frolic means to move about cheerfully and happily. You celebrate, that time you are very cheerful, very happy. Then we use the word frolic. So many words to learn. Next one, Mahesh Gaur takes oath as 4th Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee Chief. It is related to politics. Mechanized fishing boat catches fire. Catch fire off Visakhapatnam coast. Off OFF means away from Visakhapatnam coast. A particular boat caught fire. What is the past? They have used in present, catches fire, because it is a headline. I have told you guys many a time. Journalists, only for past and future events, they use present tense. Actually, they are supposed to use for a past event, past tense, for a future event, future tense. But this one actually over. It happened yesterday. but the headline says it isn't present. That is a journalistic style. You should not get confused. Mechanized fishing boat catches fire off Visakhapatnam coast. And when you see the word boat, a casual reader looks at the word boat and he stops there, he or she. But a smart learner will think of words like capsize. Capsize means what? Turn upside down. We also use the word turn turtle. These are very important. Capsize and turn turtle. Turn turtle, they have given a few times. That goes with buses also. Turn turtle, also capsize. And imagine the ship got capsized and the ship got totally damaged and the parts are here and there. Then we use the word shipwreck. Important expression you have to know. And the parts are known as wreckage. And the small parts are known as, the letter S is silent, debris. A boat is a simple word for a casual reader, but for the one who is preparing for competitive exams, for a smart learner, he or she has to recollect words like boats or ships capsize, boats or ships turn turtle, turn upside down, and we also use the word turn turtle, cars, buses, and shipwreck, a typical combination, and wreckage. Sometimes what happens after the shipwreck, you see small parts of the ship or the boat, then we use the word debris. Debris goes with aeroplanes as well. When a flight crashes, you see the parts scattered all over, and the small parts are known as debris. The last letter S is silent, that you have to know. Based on the word boat, so much is there to recollect, and that is what precisely I call smart learning. Let us go to the next headline. BJP MLA sent to police custody for threatening contractor. Simple words. AP or Andhra Pradesh government transfers 47 deputy SPs. But again, here there's something very important. Tell me, why is it important? Someone has to respond. When you see SP, for a casual reader, SP is SP. It does not make much of a difference. But for a person who is, very good, Anusha, I appreciate. Within no time you responded. But in English, school knowledge, if you take, when it comes to using a and what is the difference, they say, they give the incomplete definition. Usually they say we should use the indefinite article a before words that begin with consonantal letters. But exam point of view, consonantal letters, consonantal sounds. And we have to use the indefinite article an with words that begin with a vowel letters or vowel sounds. Here SP. What is the first letter here? S. S is pronounced as this way. That means it has a vowel sound. Because it has a vowel sound, we have to say an SP, not a. And also you have to know other important SP, MLA, MP, and FIR, X-ray, LLB student, L plate, all these take and. If you wonder why, though they